flying is perhaps the most dramatic of recent scientific attainments. Perhaps I'm prejudiced, but to me it seems that no other phase of modern progress contrives to maintain such a brimming measure of romance and beauty coupled with utility as does aviation. Aviation, this young modern giant, exemplifies the possible relationship of women and the creations of science. Although women as yet have not taken full advantage of its use and benefits, air travel is as available to them as to men.
My name is Jackie Book. I'm an instructor pilot at the Royal Canadian Air Force for the Multi-Engine School. Women in Aviation, we're obviously a minority group. In my office, for example, right now, there's 8 instructor pilots, and I'm the only female, and I don't think that they've had any other females in there yet. So obviously we're a minority group, and I love Women in Aviation events because it does help getting more ladies out into the field that didn't possibly think that they had the opportunity to do that. I was in university and I didn't quite know what I wanted, and one of my friends, she said, "Oh, it'd be a great career, you should be a pilot." And so I thought to myself, well, that's great. And at the time, the University of Western Ontario was just starting up their commercial aviation management program. I thought, wow, I think pilots make a lot of money. It'd be super fun to get to travel the world, all that type of stuff. Anyway, sure enough, as soon as I started flying, I got addicted to flying. I love it. Realized they don't make overly as much money, especially not in the beginning as I thought. And by that time, I'd already loved flying. I love everything about it. I love the travel. I love the thrill. And I'm privileged to be here today.
My name is Flora Heller, and I am a Phase 1 instructor with Allied Wings in Portage la Prairie, Manitoba. I think this is what this event means to me is an opportunity for to expose people to not just the pilot and the flying jobs in the aviation industry, but all the other opportunities that are available within the aviation industry as well. What inspired me to start flying was that I was doing a bit of traveling, and I always thought that I'm like, hey, takeoff is really cool in an airliner, and so I thought about it for a little bit, did some research into it, and I was lucky that one of my neighbors was a flying instructor, and so he took me up flying, and I thought that this was the coolest thing ever, and if I could make this as my job, then it really wouldn't be that much work.
My name is Glennis Walsh, and I'm a 787 first officer at Air Canada, and I've been with Air Canada for almost 16 years now, and I'm very excited to have this new role. My first time to be flying overseas and on a wide-body aircraft, and I'm loving every minute of being on this new state-of-the-art aircraft. This is my first time at this event, and I've just been blown away today. First of all, to see the amount of people that come out to this, and the exposure to young girls is amazing. And because so often people have said to me, oh, I would have loved to have been a pilot, but I had no idea how to go about it. And so today they're getting exposed to people who are pilots and engineers and flight test engineers, and I just think it's opening all sorts of possibilities for these young girls, and I just think that's really exciting. My father inspired me to get into aviation. He was an airline pilot, and he just loved his job, and it really rubbed off on not only me but my brother, who is also an airline pilot as well.
Hi, my name is Kim Windsor, and I am a first officer with Air Canada on the Airbus 320. I have been a pilot for 20 years, and I kind of got my start in Newfoundland, where I was born and raised. Flew with the regionals down there, and I've been with Air Canada for 8 years. I think this event is phenomenal. I got involved a couple years ago, and all I wish is that it was around when I was younger. I think it's great. It inspires young girls and gives them the exposure to aviation. A lot of women don't realize what is out there for them, or should I say women and young girls. So really the sky is the limit, and it really proves it here with this event today.
My name is Leslie Calhoun, and I started out my career in aviation as an air traffic controller in Windsor Tower, and I have also been a Toronto Terminal air traffic controller, and I'm currently a manager with NAV Canada. This event is very important to me. I'm involved in recruitment and selection for NAV Canada. We hire and train all the air traffic controllers and flight service specialists for the country. So it's always important to be able to get out and speak to people and raise awareness about the career. That's very rewarding, no matter what your background is. And so it's a great opportunity to do that. On a personal note, I have my 2 girls here, aged 12 and 13. The 2 and 5-year-old are still at home, but my 12 and 13-year-olds are here, and they have been very inspired by the speakers and seeing all of the different careers that are available to them. I was inspired to work in aviation not because of a background. I come from an English degree. I grew up on a farm. I sail, ride horses. Had never been in a small plane, but the career of an air traffic controller offered me so many benefits and rewards and was so interesting to me that it opened my eyes to the aviation world.
My name's Erica Kangas, and I'm a flight test engineer with Bombardier Aerospace. As a flight test engineer, I support testing of new parts on airplanes, or actually new airplanes themselves. Growing up, I didn't really have the opportunity in Sudbury to be a part of a lot of these types of events because there really weren't many. So my, I guess, inspiration in aviation came from my family. So getting the word out and allowing young girls and women, just informing them that there are options out there and things that they may be interested in. There really aren't any limitations in terms of men or women. It's just that not a lot of women are interested. But these types of events really get the word out there in terms of what careers might be available to them.